PGL Astana, 2025. You think you've seen chaos? Think again. Favorites fell, underdogs rose, and Donk is out here rewriting the rules of Counter-Strike. Astralis, back from the dead. NIP, nearly pulled off the impossible. And G2, well, let's just say Taz gave it one hell of a try. From shocking upsets to an unexpected grand final, this is the wildest CS2 tournament of the year. The group stage delivered twist after twist, with every single match feeling like a coin flip. But the biggest surprise? Ninjas in pajamas, who played like their careers were on the line. From the very first matches, we got upsets galore. NIP took down Virtus.pro, MIBR outplayed G2, who had to field coach Taz, and BIG beat Aurora. But let's talk about that NIP versus VP match, an intense 2-1 win for the Swedes.
Fame was the hero in the post plan just a few rounds ago, but he's gone now, so it's all on Icy and a missed shot. And a missed opportunity. It's going to be NIP coming in their opening game of the competition here at PGL Astana 2025. They've got a win versus Virtus.pro, a 2-1.
It was a gritty, emotional performance led by Ukrainian AWPer Wrinkle and Shush, who's been reborn in this NIP lineup. As for BIG, they started strong with a win over the Turkish squad Aurora, but that was the end of their fairy tale. Losses to G2, VP, and NAVI sent them packing early. NIP believed in themselves, and it showed. They opened the event by defeating Virtus.pro, but things didn't stay smooth. A loss to Team Spirit came next, yet even in defeat, NIP showed fire. On Train, they nearly flipped the script before falling 16-13. Dust 2 was a more one-sided story, with Spirit dominating.
Yeah, I think NIP can feel very happy to an extent with just how hard they pushed Team Spirit on Train. There were many times where they could have won that, right? And to do that versus this Team Spirit squad, you know, this second map only served to show the distance between these squads.
Then came Heartbreak against Aurora, another close one-map loss that put NIP on the brink of elimination. But they rallied. Back-to-back 2-0 wins against HO2 and G2 pushed them to a 3-2 record and into the playoffs. An impressive feat for a team that's been bottoming out recently.
He wants every single one. He'll take them down. NIP into the playoffs of PGL Astana. They 2-0 G2, and they end the run of the reverse sweep from 0-2.
M80 and bowed out early. No surprises there. M80 still isn't ready for true Tier 1 play. Speaking of G2, they gave it a shot. With Hunter absent, Taz, yes, 38-year-old Taz, stepped in alongside new recruit Hades. Taz actually held his own and even clutched a few key rounds.
Case Locks comes in, Hades gone, so it's all on Taz to try and win this in a 1v2 clutch. He's planted the bomb for himself. As he goes over to the door, it's Taz with another kill. And Taz to topple 2 in the clutch. Taz keeps them going.
Yeah, man. Old man with the clutch. That's beautiful.
G2 picked up wins over M80 and BIG, but losses to MIBR, NIP, and Audic sealed their fate. That Audic loss, 2-1, was a backbreaker. A team expected to take 0 maps sent G2 packing. And then there's Astralis, counted out for ages, but in Astana they played with a spark we haven't seen in years. Device and crew dropped only one match to Spirit and beat Audic, Pain, and VP to finish 3-1 and advance.
Wild way to play this! Hooksy! The Destroyer! It's Astralis bringing composure to this T-side that won them this series. In their debut with Hooksy, the new captain for Astralis after a year spent out of action, he takes Astralis into the playoffs as they best VP in a whirlwind of a series.
As for the rest, HO2, Pain, and Audic didn't make it out of the Swiss stage, which wasn't unexpected. Still, Audic's win over G2 was a massive W for the young Brazilian squad.
This is a great time to Pank around the backside. They're doubled up in the same position. Pank is closer than they can ever expect. Oh, it's going to be a free kill and 2 headshots. That's it, the knockout blow. G2 goes 0-2 on day 2 of PGL Astana, and Audic get the win.
Pain, once known for strong synergy, seemed lost. Their rising star Snow looked off form, and their only win came against HO2. The biggest disappointments? Gamer Legion and the Mongols. GL had been on the rise with academy talents and veteran leadership from Rez after his transfer from NIP. They nearly made playoffs at ESL Pro League and made quarters at PGL Bucharest. But in Astana, a disaster. Losses to Furia and HO2 raised serious eyebrows. How do you go from battling Falcons to dropping games like that? As for Mongols, Yes, they made playoffs undefeated, but cracks were showing. Every match had sloppy moments, even if fans overlooked them. Their clean record didn't tell the whole story. Aurora struggled, but made it through. This squad is clearly past its peak, and the transition under new org management may be throwing them off course. And then there's MIBR, the feel-good story. A team many had written off, but here they are, still punching above their weight. Their third-place run at EPL Season 20 was no fluke. In Astana, they looked confident and playoff-ready. Unlike their more experienced Brazilian rivals Furia, still, Furia showed signs of life, better coordination, better execution. They joined MIBR in the playoffs, making Brazil proud.
Onyx, it's just Pack left in this. Oh! He can't hold on. It's down to the wire, but Fallen knows his timings. This guy knows he's got it. Furia are going to playoffs, their first venture with this international lineup, and they come out swinging. Playoffs secured for Furia.
The playoffs at PGL Astana 2025 were anything but predictable. It was one of those rare stages where several teams made it deep despite most analysts writing them off weeks ago. The quarterfinals kicked off with Aurora versus Mongols, Astralis versus NAVI, Furia versus MIBR, and Team Spirit versus NIP. Let's just say, some legends rose and others crumbled hard. Mongols, who looked promising in groups, completely fell apart. Facing an out-of-prime Aurora, they couldn't capitalize. The Turkish side took the series 2-0. The first map? A stomp. 13-5. On Anubis, Mongols had a shot, dragging it to overtime.
Senzu holds the line. It's another retake on the Mongols' body.
But Aurora clutched it out 16-14. That was it.
The nightmare. These stage game blues push aside. That dark cloud that hung over Aurora breaks away and gives sight to the beauty that is the Aurora.
Over in the NAVI versus Astralis clash, it was painful to watch if you're a NAVI fan.
The device is going hunting. Bomb now retrieved. Swing out of Eva. Device was ready for it.
The team looked flat, out of ideas, and frankly, exhausted.
He's being loud on the ladder. That's given up his position. Stare, that's a big catch. Now just has JL left to beat, and he's called his bluff, sticking this defuse the full 10 seconds needed. No! Stare! It's close on this defuse. Oh.
Motivation? Gone. Fire? Missing. The Danes, on the other hand, had seemingly found new life.
JL's ready to slam it down. Just Hooksy left to beat, gets it into this 1v1, and it's all resting on the JL Dig, but he can't quite finish the job he started.
Device and Crew played a clean, creative game. One highlight, a cheeky boost near B site where Device landed a vision-based kill that lit up the squad.
Oh my god! What?
Ime and JL both underperformed, and when Alexi B is in your top 3 fraggers, you know it's a rough day. Astralis took it 2-1, their first top-tier semifinal in 5 years.
And now in with the Danes. They stand with this golden opportunity. Wonderful falls, and Astralis lock in a semi-final berth. Map 3 is not even close. They blow NAVI out the one.
Then came the Brazilian derby, Furia versus MIBR. Lots of emotions, but MIBR simply weren't sharp enough. Insani and Lucaiosi struggled big time in duels, and Furia took advantage. They didn't dominate, but they did enough.
Trying to see if they could get it done. Monodoi not really being put into play yet. Exit goes down. It's Queso Rada with the last one. And it's Furia making quick work of MIBR on that second map and making their way into the semi-final. That is a spectacular victory.
Team Spirit versus NIP was more straightforward. Spirit took both Train and Dust too. Though on Dust, NIP had a golden opportunity. Dominating the first half, they choked the lead, and Spirit clawed back with that classic composure.
There is that close range for Sontix. 5-7 kind of dangerous in this position. Oh my god, that's a mid-air headshot. He gets one more, picks up a third. Shush goes down. Sontix! He's just killed the round. Incendiary into smoke and right into the Galil that was stolen in the previous round here. Chopper doing fine work. Does end up with a triple. They keep pushing the corner. They want to make their way past, but in the smoke, Shush will fall, and it is going to be Ujux next in line. Chopper finding them before you can even see them.
I don't know how they're going to find all of these players dug into the site. Oh my goodness. Would you expect anything less, Donk?
Sontix is here, and Donk up in the window. Gets one, a little bit of a crossfire. Donk looking to ring their bell, but he's going to get shot in the back instead. And
Closing it 13-11.
Chopper is out here on the other side of the smoke. He's going to spray down one of them. Is he ready for more? Donk gets a headshot through. It's just snappy left. And surely they come for him. Shiro to take him down. Spirits almost broken. Almost defeated on Dust 2.
Semifinals. The return of the Kings. Both Spirit and Astralis brought the heat. Astralis defeated Aurora 2-1, with Train being a masterclass, a ruthless 13-3 thrashing that left no doubt about Astralis' form.
They're just going to dodge him. Stown's already here, looking to get the shot to send them to the grand final. Astralis making headlines with the ascension in Astana. That is so crazy.
Spirit, though shaky at times, outlasted Furia. They dropped Train, a rare sight, as the Brazilians looked genuinely better throughout. Even Donk couldn't save them every round.
Absolutely wasted for Furia. Coming out pop quick. It's the kind of thing we see Donk do on the T side of this map as well. He's just going to sit behind the wall. Donk runs in. Yakinda teaches him how to entry. 20 seconds to get that bomb back. Can Furia stop it in its tracks?
Another from Molodoi, the close for Yuri! And it's not a melody, it's a symphony! The choir of his countrymen light up this arena! Furia run away with Train to launch themselves into one hell of an opening in this semi-final!
But on Nuke and Mirage, Spirit regained control and closed the series.
AK in the right place.
Bomb loose.
Donk puts it to work. Ball rolling now. And there's the help. Very slow start at the top of this semi is a big problem for Furia. They feed the beast. Donk. Where do they go? They're going into CT. Look at this. Oh, no.
Hello.
After a slow start. Donk at the hand of Fallen. Are they ready for Zontix over at ramp? And the lineup. And the patience is rewarded. Sometimes you don't know your demons till you face them. And Donk is that demon.
Aurora took the third place match, beating Furia 2-1. Oddly enough, it mirrored their match versus Spirit. Furia won the opener but collapsed in the next two maps, 13-6 both times. What happened to their mental game? Nobody knows.
Don't want to lose it like this, but the hunt is on, and it's Wakaria to pick it up and landing them in the third position. Aurora.
Grand Finals, Spirit versus Astralis, an unexpected classic. No one expected this final. Astralis back on the big stage after years in the shadows.
This is Astralis!
And Spirit looking to lock in another trophy.
This is Team Spirit!
Map 1, Dust 2 was a breeze for Spirit. Donk and co. steamrolled Astralis 13-5.
Playing through the smoke, they need this kill straight away! And Shiro doesn't miss those! The moment of indecisiveness for Astralis costs them everything!
No surprise, Dust is their best map with a 91% win rate. But on Nuke, Astralis came alive. Device and Ston played their hearts out, especially Ston, who pulled off multiple clutches. First half ended 6-6, but Spirit flipped the switch on T side.
It looked dire for Astralis. Yabi, has he just saved them, or can Chopper rise to the occasion? Can the captain turn it around for Spirit? He's found his first. Stare versus Chopper. And Chopper has the info. Time's now his enemy. Closing the gap. Spirit's captain puts them on map point.
Donk bulldozed through Astralis' defense, dropping a casual 27-14. 2-0 Spirit.
But it's down here, his right-hand man, there to help him. Device pressured over at ramp, and now Donk left in the clutch.
Donk in a clutch.
You hit tab, you look at who's left standing. Fear creeps into the minds of Astralis! Donk is here! So quick, so decisive, so good. The front runner for
At that point, everyone thought the Danes were done. But on map 3, Mirage, Astralis fired back. With the pressure off, they played loose and aggressive. Spirit looked disconnected. Ston popped off again.
Oh, they don't clear Stown. Chopper checks the wrong side. Good spray for Stown.
Final score, 13-5.
They seem to think so. No time for Spirit. Astralis, keep this final going.
Series now 1-2, but the dream comeback was only a mirage. Map 4 started strong for Astralis. They went up 8-4 on offense, a great result considering the map. But Spirit came out swinging after the half. An overwhelming, hyper-aggressive CT side caught Astralis completely off guard. Donk smelled blood, and it showed. Quads, post-plant clutches, he was everywhere.
After a phenomenal run in these playoffs and through the groups, it's him and Stown left in this, but they've got Donk to beat. Stown on the swing! Donk deletes him! Spirit are right there!
The map went to overtime, but Spirit's composure sealed it.
It's Donk who has to deliver. Magic stick for the first turn. Backstab in for Device. It's Donk or it's die. Swing out on the AWP. Blessed by Shiro. Can Donk finish the job? Stair moves in. And Donk doesn't know where he's gotten to, doesn't know where to look. The indecisiveness, the quick scoping. Donk breaks the power!
They closed out the series 3-1, lifting the trophy.
Device with a reply, but the round is stalled to a crawl, and there's the close. Team Spirit rise to the occasion. It's Team Spirit!
For Spirit, this is their second title of 2025, following their win at Blast Spring Bounty. And Donk, he just keeps proving he's built differently.
You got no emotion on your face when they cheer you like that. You don't like it?
I don't care, to be honest.
As for Astralis, they broke their curse. First final since 2020, first deep playoff run in ages. PGL Astana was more than just a comeback, it was a statement. This version of Astralis looks hungry again. Let's hope they keep it going. And that's a wrap on PGL Astana 2025, a tournament no one saw coming. Upsets, clutches, and a final that had us all holding our breath. But now it's your turn. Who impressed you the most? Is this the start of an Astralis comeback, or is Donk just inevitable? Drop your takes in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more CS2 madness. This was Good Game Republic. See you in the next one.